We're going to talk about one of the most controversial figures in jazz, one of the most beloved and hated, and one of the most outstanding and influential drummers of all time. Now, if you're a jazz aficionado, you already know who I'm talking about. Bernard Buddy Rich. Born in 1917, and check this out, Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn. I didn't know Sheephead was a fish that anybody knew except for black folks. No, but he was born in Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn, New York, to Jewish parents who both performed in vaudeville. So he was born pretty much on stage, traveling, doing his thing. By the time he was 2 years old, he was already playing the drums. And because he had this aggression about him from the very beginning, and a maturity about him from the very beginning, he started playing drum set publicly a lot younger than what he should have, because he just looked older than he was. He kept playing with his parents and touring, doing the vaudeville thing, and eventually playing in big bands here and there, and he landed upon the Tommy Dorsey Band. About the same time that another young man was starting his career with the Dorsey Band, and that would have been Frank Sinatra. Oh yeah. So Buddy and Frank had a problem, because Frank had a big ego, and so did Buddy. And they would get into it all the time, to the point of brawling, punches thrown, all about their egos. But they remained friends. As a matter of fact, the money that was used to help Buddy start his first band was given to him by Frank Sinatra, and the person delivering the eulogy at Buddy's funeral was none other than Frank Sinatra. Sometimes friends are like that. Now back to the story of this wonderful personality here. I shouldn't say wonderful personality. This controversial personality. After playing with the Dorsey Band and many, many other bands for many years, he started doing shows at the Apollo Theater and places like that, behind singers and whatnot. He even played with Count Basie for a while. So this is kind of exciting, because here you have a Caucasian drummer who's being accepted in a black band. So Buddy could obviously swing. But what Buddy was known for was his flawless technique, his incredible speed, his creativity. Oh yeah, he was flawless. All drummers respected that. My oldest son's a drummer. He worshiped Buddy, copied his records, and actually had an opportunity to meet him. All I can tell you is this: my son got so angered by one of Buddy's comments that he actually went to Buddy's bus to challenge him. And Buddy's musician was screaming at him, don't go, the man's a killer. But my son couldn't help himself. He walked on that bus to challenge the great Buddy Rich, because Buddy had insulted him. And here's what Buddy said to him: oh yeah, you got some big, I won't use the word, for coming on my bus. I'm glad to see that, son, because you have incredible talent. But without those big or whatevers, you won't make it in this business. That's probably the nicest thing Buddy Rich ever did for anybody else. That's just the kind of person he was. Now, as I said, he continued to play with every big band, Les Brown, Band of Renown, all these great big bands of the era, until he decided that he'd start his own big band. And of course, Frank Sinatra gave him the money to do that. Somewhere around 1966, he recorded a medley of tunes from West Side Story. And that became one of the signature pieces for the new Buddy Rich Big Band. which remained popular, which remained unbelievably exciting right to the end. I actually had a Buddy Rich band at Boca Ciega for a concert back in 83, 84, and they pretty much tore the roof off the place. He was a great drummer, and he had great musicians, and he kept his musicians on task. Those of you who are looking for a good glimpse in this man's personality and his tenacity might want to find the Buddy Rich tapes. They're out there on the internet somewhere. There's even a cartoon book, because let's just say his antics are legendary. The important thing is he inspired not just my son, but literally tens of thousands of drummers with his flawless technique and his dedication to precision. He changed the whole concept of what a drummer could do. So we owe him dearly for that. After he died from brain tumor, many tribute concerts were held all over the world in his honor, and many recordings were made in his honor. He is probably the single most celebrated drummer in American history. All from the son of Jewish vaudeville performers from Sheepheads Bay, Brooklyn, New York, who even left the Dorsey Band to sign up for the Marine Corps during the war. Oh, he was patriotic too. Now, he never did see combat, but as I told you, he did have a temper and could fight. Yeah, he taught judo to the Marine Corps recruits from 42 to 44, which means he also had some skills other than drumming in the use of his hands. That's probably because his mouth got him in trouble quite a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, I could talk forever about the great Buddy Rich, but the best way to get to know Buddy Rich is to go listen to his recordings and marvel at the amazing virtuosity of this outstanding personality in the history of jazz, a man who changed the face of drumming for all time. Thank you.